the first time.
You are giving IELTS for the first time. Okay.
Yes.
And Arman,
Hi, I'm Arman Singh and I'm currently living in Gurgaon and I'll also be giving my IELTS for the first time.
okay. Okay. I hope everyone joined. Are there anyone?
I guess Paramveer was supposed to join, but he is not joined. Yeah.
Can we wait for 2 minutes?
I'm not sure whether he'll be joining because he did tell me that he is in his office party. He will try to join, but what time I will, he didn't mention anything.
Who is this iPhone?
No idea.
So let's start the session, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
So the acronym IELTS stands for International English Language Testing System. As many of you have given, you must have known about it. And this exam was launched by Cambridge English Language Assessment, and IDP Australia is responsible for conducting this exam in all the countries. So the validity of this score is going to be 2 years. So in case of IELTS, there are two types like academic and general. So Chanchal, are you academic or general?
I'm going for academic.
Okay.
Academic. I'm
Sarah?
also for academic.
Okay. Arman?
Academic, ma'am.
Okay. So those who go for higher studies and professional registration, they take up academic, and for work, migration and other things, they go for general. So even in that, we have paper-based test and computer-based test. So Chanchal, you have given paper-based test or computer-based test?
I have given computer delivered test, but now I'm appearing for pen and paper based.
Yes, most of them I see they give paper-based test is going to be on the safer side. What I feel, because so if it is to be paper-based for reading and listening, it will be easier for you to manage the questions. So what I suggest people is to take paper-based test. Apart from that, it's a machine, no computer. So in case of your reading and listening, the answers they may take as it is. Like suppose 10 days, suppose 10 is the answer, then even if it is human, then we put it correct, but we can't believe the machine, right? So it's better you go with paper-based test, okay? And so there are various modules in IELTS. So like listening, reading, writing, and speaking. These are the 4 modules that we have in IELTS. So listening will be there for 30 minutes and reading will be for 60 minutes and writing will be for 60 minutes and speaking will be, depends on the individuals. It may take from 15 to 20 minutes for each individuals. So even in your exam, at the time of your exam, listening, reading, writing will take place on one day and speaking will be taking place on another day. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So these are the models that we are going to see. So what we are going to see in the listening task is nothing but there are 40 questions. So this 4 sections. Okay. So first section will be conversation between 2 speakers. So this is going to be the easiest section. So you will this is common between academic as well as general. So in case of your section 1, the conversation between two speakers, like it will be a basic information like your address, name, phone numbers, like that only it will be. And section 2 will be a monologue. Monologue like me, single person speaking, that they will be speaking on any topic, general topics. And section 3 will be two main speakers, even more than two speakers also available. And section 4 is again a monologue. It will be on any academic subject. So what is essential in your listening task is like you have to follow the accent. See, accent, it means like we do have US accent, UK accent, and Australian accent. So the accent will be very faster. So you have to follow the accent. And here you may expect questions like write one word only, or NCQs, or it may be a map question, or it may be a flow chart completion. So like that it will be. Among the 4 modules, I will say listening is the easiest module to score high marks. Always they say this 8777. Listening, they expect to be having 8 band and 7 in other band. So here we could acquire our desired score only through practice. And the audio will be played only once. So through practice and some techniques, you could attain your scores easily. I will help you to acquire their scores. Is there any doubt in listening?
No.
Chanchal, you want any clarifications?
No, ma'am, all clear.
So this is about listening. So next is about reading. So reading, we do have 3 texts. So it is for 60 minutes. So 3 passages which comes from books, journals, magazines, newspapers, or online resources. And it is for non-specialist audience. So anyone could say me, what do you mean by non-specialist audience? Yes? Any guesses?
No idea.
Okay. That's good, Sarah. Like you responded me. So non-specialist audience means this exam is not only for nurses, not only for doctors or engineers. It's common for everyone who had completed their undergraduates and postgraduates. They could take up IELTS. Okay. So in case of your reading, like what questions that you could expect is like one word and NCQs, matching the headings, and summary completion. So like this you could expect. In case of your reading, we follow the skimming and scanning. Apart from that, we do follow certain techniques. And like for true or false, not given all, I will give you some techniques in order to answer your questions. And again, I will say listening and reading is going to be your inputs. And speaking and writing is going to be your outputs. Okay.
Okay.
This is common for any language. So when you read more, you could write more. When you listen more, you could speak more. So again, in case of your reading, if you really want to get high score, you have to undergo some practice. And again, in next section, writing. So writing, we do have 2 tasks. I told you 60 minutes, right? So task 1 is going to be data completion. That is, you will be given a line graph or a table, or it may be a bar chart, or it may be a process diagram, or it may be a map. Okay. So here you want to compare and contrast the information in such a way you are able to give a clear data in a written form. So here the minimum words required is 150 words, minimum words. And the time taken for your task 1 is going to be 20 minutes. And task 2 will be any type of question like opinion type question, or it may be a discussion type question, or it may be problem causes solution, or it may be advantages, disadvantages, or it may be a two-way question. So there are different types. These are the different types of question they may ask you in the task 2. So the minimum words required for your task 2 will be 250 words. And the time taken for your task 2 is 40 minutes. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Arman, are you okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is your essay regarding your task 1 and task 2. And in your speaking task again, so in your speaking task, we do have 3 sections. Like first section will be introduction and interview. That means you will be asked some familiar questions like tell me about yourself, your job, your hobbies, like that, any familiar topics. Okay. And section 2 will be a cue card question. So cue card question, here like you will be given a topic in general. So you have to speak on the topic for 2 minutes, for which you have 1 minute to think. And section 3 will be a follow-up questions, like there will be a conversation between you and the examiner, mostly based on your answers on your cue card. Okay.
Okay.
So this is going to be a speaking section and their tasks. And based on the assessment quizzes, so I told you like there are 40 questions in listening, right? When you get 35 to 36 out of 40, you will get 8 band score. If it is 37 to 38, you will get 8.5. And 39 to 40 is 9 band score. Okay.
Okay.
And in case of your reading scores, again, if it is 34 to 33, 7.5. And 36 to 35, 8. 38 to 37, it's 8.5. 40 to 39, 9 band score. So this is the way they will calculate your scores in your listening and reading. There will be 40 questions, and out of this 40 questions, how far you are going to get correct answers, that will decide your band score. Any doubts?
No.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
So now in case of your writing,
Okay.
how they are going to say your assessment regarding your writing. So here, task achievement, presenting accurate information, providing an overview, highlighting the key features or stages, and supporting details with data. So task 1 is going to be a data completion, right? So how accurate in your information, whether you are able to cover all the data correctly, that is what required in task achievement. And second task is going to be a general question, right? So this is like how far you are able to address the task sufficiently matters. Giving the main points which are supported and developed, and you have to have a clear idea on your opinion and giving a good conclusion. This all determines your task response for your task 2. And next is going to be coherence and cohesion. So this is nothing but how do you organize your information correctly. So usually in case of your task 1 and 2, we do follow some structure for the essays. And we have to plan the essay before we start writing. So coherence and cohesion is like how do we organize the information, how it is logically connected with each other. So that is very, very important. And next is lexical resource. And lexical resource is nothing but your vocabulary. So vocabulary is how flexible range of words. Vocabulary in the sense, how are you able to use less common words? That was going to determine your vocabulary range, okay, in your writing. And next is grammar. Grammar is using a range of sentence structures and your grammar tenses, punctuations. These all going to be checked while they calculate the band score. So this is for your writing. And next is speaking. So speaking is like fluency, talking at length without any pauses or hesitations, talking without self-corrections, and you're able to understand using the linking devices. This is all going to give you a fluency. And lexical resource, again, you're going to give your vocabulary. And what is required here is idiomatic language. Use of idioms in your speech, not allowed in your writing. But in case of your speaking, like idioms, you could use idioms. And grammar, again, is going to be the skeleton of the language, which you need for the like a wide range of sentence structures. And again, pronunciation, like use of intonations, an accurate word sound pronunciation. As far as possible, neutral accent is to be expected. So accent is not a problem here, since it's international English language testing system. All types of accents is allowed. And yeah, that's it. So in among all the 4 modules, like one thing is common, that is your vocabulary. So in case of your listening, like whatever that hear in the audio is not going to be the same that you see in the question paper. They will give you the synonyms or paraphrase the statements, and they will give you. And again, in case of your reading, the words that you see in the question is not going to be the same in the passage. They will go with the synonyms, for which you have to be thorough with your vocabulary. Again, in case of your writing, vocabulary is one of the criteria in deciding your pattern. And speaking, again, you depend on vocabulary for your high band score. So overall, you have to increase your vocabulary. So anyone could give me an idea how to increase our vocabulary?
By reading more or watching more of English shows.
Could you please repeat, Sarah?
By reading more or watching more of English shows, that way we can increase.
Okay. Chanchal, you have given already.
Yes, same ma'am. That Sarah said, like watching English web series, and every day Google some new words, read dictionary, and mark, and every day make a target to learn 10 new words and use that word in your everyday lifetime so that you could remember those words.
Okay. Arman?
Ma'am, in addition to what they said, ma'am, probably reading English newspaper as well, articles.
Yes. You're right. What I used to suggest people is the first step towards learning IELTS is start reading newspapers. So because we do have a lot of vocab related to the general topics like technology, science and innovation, and shopping, family, many things like sports. So we could find more vocab in your newspapers. Apart from that, as Sarah said, like you could listen to reality shows, news channels like BBC, CNN. These will also help you to increase your vocabulary. And also, like, I will suggest people to take 5 new words daily. when as you start preparing for IELTS. So how is going to be your classes? So here I will go with Cambridge University has given us 16 volumes of books, right? Chanchal, are you aware of it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So I will make practice of these books. Apart from that, also I do provide materials for your reading, listening, writing, and speaking. So I will go along with you to do the task. Suppose we have a listening task today, then I will also do listening along with you, and I will give you the techniques that is required for you to grab the information. And as like reading also, like I will do along with you with the passages. I will help you how to skim and scan the messages, like that. And writing also, I will give you the structure, the tenses that you required, and grammar is going to be the skeleton of the language. So I will also give you training on your grammar part, which is required for your IELTS. And apart from that, speaking, like we do have some practice to make you fluent and have some more idioms in your speech. Okay.
Okay, that's great.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am.
You have any doubts like Arman, Chanchal, Sarah?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Nothing as of now.
Okay. Chanchal, like you got a 6th band score, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I can assure you with 7 and 7.5. I can assure you. If you just follow this tips and tricks, that whatever that I share with you in the class,
Okay.
and some homeworks that I give you, I can assure you with 7 to 7.5 band scores.
Okay, ma'am.
Any other doubts
Okay,
that
ma'am.
you have?
No, ma'am.
Yes,
No,
Sarah.
ma'am.
No.
Are you clear with what are all the modules and how will be the classes? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
If
ma'am.
you guys you are more interactive with me, you can grab more information. Always.
Yes, ma'am.
Sure
Okay.
thing.
Can we end up the session?
Yes. Thank you.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome.